Welcome back to Unravel Book, where today we're going to be looking at the book of Enoch, also known as 1 Enoch. This is a collection of ancient Jewish apocalyptic writings traditionally attributed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah. It is not included in the canonical texts of the Hebrew Bible or the Christian Old Testament, but it has been influential in various religious traditions. The text is divided into several distinct sections, each with its own themes and messages. Here's a more detailed summary of its main components. First is the Book of the Watchers, which is chapter 1 to 36. It introduces Enoch and his role as a mediator between God and humanity, discusses the fate of the wicked and the righteous, emphasizing divine judgment. The second part, the Watchers, a group of angels known as the Watchers, descend to earth and become enamored with human women, leading to the birth of the Nephilim, a race of giants. This act of rebellion against God results in their punishment. So Enoch had to intercede because he was chosen to intercede on behalf of the Watchers who pled for mercy. However, God reveals the consequences of their action, including their eventual imprisonment. Visions of heaven, where Enoch is taken on a journey through the heavens, where he witnesses the divine throne and the angelic hierarchy. He sees the punishment of the fallen angels and the glory of the righteous. The second book, the Book of the Parables, which is from the chapters 37 to 71, talks about the messianic prophecies. This contains 3 parables that focus on the coming judgment and the role of a messianic figure, often referred to as the Son of Man. This figure is depicted as a judge who will bring justice to the world. The parables contrast the fate of the righteous, who will be rewarded, with the wicked, who will face punishment. The text emphasizes the importance of faithfulness and righteousness. Enoch's role is Enoch is portrayed as a prophet who reveals hidden truths about the future, including the final judgment and the establishment of God's kingdom. The third Astronomical Book, which is from chapter 72 to 82, talks about the calendrical system. This provides a detailed description of the heavenly bodies and their movements, presenting a solar calendar that contrasts with the lunar calendar used by other Jewish groups. And the second part of the Astronomical Book is the cosmology, which discusses the nature of the universe, the paths of the sun and moon, and the significance of celestial events. This reflects a deep interest in astronomy and its connection to religious observance. Fourth book, which is the Book of Dream Visions, which is the chapters 83 to 90, talks about symbolic visions, where Enoch recounts 2 visions that symbolize the history of Israel, using animals to represent different nations and peoples. This allegorical approach illustrates the rise and fall of empires, the final judgment, which were visions that culminate in a depiction of the final judgment, where the righteous are vindicated and the wicked are punished. The fifth book, the Epistle of Enoch, which was chapters 91 to 108, there was an exhortation to righteousness. This serves as an exhortation to the faithful, encouraging them to remain steadfast in their beliefs and to anticipate the coming judgment. The fate of sinners also elaborates on the consequences of sin and the importance of repentance, emphasizing that God will ultimately reward the righteous and punish the wicked. The themes and significance of this book include judgment and redemption. A central theme of this book is the idea of divine judgment, where the righteous are rewarded and the wicked face consequences for their actions. Secondly, the angelic hierarchy. The text provides insights into the nature of angels, particularly the Watchers and their interactions with humanity. Third is the messianic expectations. The Book of Enoch has been influential in shaping early Christian and Jewish messianic expectations, particularly regarding the figure of the Son of Man. Fourth was the apocalyptic literature, which is one of the earliest examples of apocalyptic literature, which emphasized revelations about the end times and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. Historically, the dating and influence of this book is believed to have been composed between the 3rd century BCE and the 1st century CE. It was widely read in the Jewish and Christian communities, but eventually fell out of favor, leading to its exclusion from the biblical canon. The rediscovery of this book was in the 18th century through Ethiopian manuscripts, leading to its renewed interest in its themes and teachings. In summary, the Book of Enoch is a rich and complex work that explores profound theological themes, including the nature of sin, the role of angels, and the hope for divine justice. Thank you for watching this with us today, A Crude with a Book here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you can like and subscribe. Love, gang.